Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of Like a Podcast, the podcast all about the series Yakuza slash Like a Dragon. Today, we have a special guest, X Force, and our writer, Vivian, has decided to appear today. Introduce yourself, X Force.
How's it going? I'm X-Force137. You'll know me in the Twitter community for my Yakuza shitposts. Thank you for having me.
Hi, I'm Vivian. You can find me on Twitter at Vixen_V1V. I make art and also a lot of Yakuza memes.
So X-Force, tell a bit about yourself. What do you do on the RGG Twitter community, and how has Yakuza as a series personally impacted you?
Well, I make shitposts. I like just entertaining people. I've always wanted to do that. And, had some time on my hands, so, started doing that. For Yakuza, it's really impacted my life in a way that, I didn't think would happen when I first started playing Zero. So, yeah.
Introducing our topic, Yakuza 3. How has that game impacted you, and why did you choose it as the topic for today's episode?
It's my comfort game when it comes to the Yakuza series. I love seeing Kiryu happy, being a dad, struggling to chop vegetables, raising his kids, just...
Bro,
it's got a very nostalgic, kind of comforting feel.
Yeah, and it's honestly something you rarely get in later Yakuza games.
Moving on to the game itself. What is some general information we have on Yakuza 3?
Well, it is pretty known that it is RGG's first mainline attempt at a PS3 game, because before, their testing grounds, or their playground in a way, is Yakuza Kenzan, which you guys know, right? The unlocalized spin-off that takes place in around a very old era of Japan where it had samurais and shit.
The inspiration for Asian. Right now, Kenzan is in that limbo of kind of unknown Yakuza games with Puyo, if that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, because, for a long time, it hasn't really been localized, because at the time, RGG is afraid, that the Westerners wouldn't really understand very historical Japanese shit. And because of how, at the time, Yakuza isn't really doing well in the West, I can't really blame them if that they didn't localize it.
Yeah, but I did localize Dead Souls. Thank God.
Peak. So peak.
I wonder what happened with Dead Souls, guys, in the West. I wonder what happened with Dead Souls.
Oh, I sure do. What? Maybe we'll talk about that in a very later episode.
Bro, I have never played Dead Souls in my life.
Well, with Yakuza 3, it introduced a bunch of stuff like revelations, karaoke, chase battles, dynamic intros, and seamless battles. What do we feel about those?
I think karaoke is the most important of these, because think about Yakuza's impact on pop culture. Karaoke is probably the biggest one by far.
And pretty much it is the one that gave birth to eventually what is the most popular karaoke song, Baka Mitai, which fun fact, became a really big meme back in 2020.
I think everybody knows that. I think everybody knows that.
Fun fact.
I sang that at a karaoke once. But yeah, moving on.
Actually, quick question. Little question for X-Force. X-Force, what's your favorite karaoke song?
That would be Machine Gun Kiss.
Now that's
Which version?
on God.
Which version?
That's taste.
Which version? It depends. It varies between Adachi and Kiryu, depending on my mood.
You got so
I like
much
Adachi.
Damn, we don't fuck with Shinada, bro.
Shut up, Vivian. Shut up. It's not Shinada. It's not him. It's not him.
Yes, he is. I'm serious.
Shut up. That's not true.
Bro.
Stop lying. Stop fucking lying.
You guys are so
You did, Mora! You made her cry!
Nah, bro.
Anyway.
Oh God.
Anyway, with the introduction of a bunch of things for Yakuza's gameplay, there's also a lot of criticisms for Yakuza 3's gameplay within itself with the weird, like, blocking with the enemies and whatnot.
There's also the graphics, which considerably look really outdated, and it really shows. I mean, like, you can either skin pores, very low quality skin pores. Would you agree, X-Force? Like Yakuza 3 isn't really the best looking game, even at the time.
Yeah, sure, but when playing the remaster, it just has a charm to it that just makes up for the lack of graphics.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you can
especially
definitely
Nokawa.
because you could definitely tell like this is like RGG's like very attempt at transitioning into the PS3 HD era. Now you can argue that at the time the PS3 does have like better looking games for 2009 standards. I mean, look at Metal Gear Solid 4.
And going back to the combat stuff, the infamous blocking was another one of the problems caused by the frame rate in the remasters. And I kinda like it, because it made me a better player overall.
Yeah, because because in most Yakuza games you definitely like basically use mindless combos and you just basically like not really use like many techniques. Well, in
Just
Yakuza
kinda
3,
mash.
yeah, but in Yakuza 3 it makes you like kind of think about like how to use certain strategies and how to attack, even if even though like another problem with Yakuza 3's combat is that they fucked up the evade.
Right. With the community, Yakuza 3 has gained the name Blockuza 3, and it's a very common joke along with the community. And another
Yeah, they won't survive the winter.
right. Another joke within the community about Yakuza 3 is the plot and the criticisms with Yakuza 3 story, especially that massive info dump.
One of them is like one of the complaints I've heard is like the orphanage stuff because considerably because since the orphanage stuff is very mandatory, it kind of goes through this like very slow burn in a way. You have to basically deal with very everyday shit, including like
X-Force, what are your thoughts on this?
It's absolutely mandatory for the whole story of Kiryu. You get to see that side of him, and it makes later games just that much more impactful.
Yeah, and it just really shows you like Kiryu's like more than what he looks like. This like very gruffed up, like brutal ex-chairman.
Yeah, no, because
Right.
the thing. Okay, because again, the whole orphanage stuff. I think X Force is very much right about that because low key, especially 1 and 2, you just really like as simple as the stories are, you just truly get to see Kiryu grow as like a person. So 3 is like a pretty good follow up in general. It might not be like the best story, but it's definitely like a pretty good follow up in my opinion.
And compared to like
I would argue that Yakuza 3 is the most crucial game for Kiryu's story because it is, I think, single-handedly the one that makes him. It shows the more like I guess less glorified version of him of just like being a father and stuff, like not all that beating up shit and all that crap, right? And it also goes into his story for Yakuza 5, Yakuza 6, and especially Gaiden.
And in a way, it kind of does like showcase Kiryu, like how he's like very chill and he's like really wise person as well. Like he's willing to help others, even his own like children, even though they're not really blood related.
Yeah, no, Kiryu at heart, despite his criminal history, is a very good person at heart.
Right, and we also get to learn about the kids during that time. So, what do you think about the kids? X-Force, who is your favorite orphanage kid?
Taichi. Taichi is so good.
For real.
Yeah, it's pretty much one of the only ones that get some focus out of all.
Oh yeah, and also
I
like
like
development
Mitsuko
as
as
well.
Oh,
Remember
me
that
too.
also-
Oh yeah, he's
Story
kind of
with
based
fucking
for
nerd
Being an
here.
outfit for him.
not
Based
gonna lie, he's kind of based for like defeating the fucking bullies and like standing up for not just himself but even for like his crush. I think it was like Riona.
Yeah, Riona.
Yeah, it was Riona.
The fucking Riona line is crazy. It is a very popular.
Yeah, which if you didn't know, they actually cut it out in the original like Western release, but then they brought it back in the remaster.
Also, the Mito erasure with the fucking Yakuza 5 portrait of the orphanage.
Yeah, it happened for no
Yeah,
reason.
what was with that?
You think it was racially motivated?
Probably, unfortunately.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I mean, it's Japan. I mean, they're not really very progressive to say.
Right.
There's
very,
quite
like-
literally no way they could forget about him.
Compared to like other Asian countries, I think they're like the most racist.
Yeah.
I want. Wait. Loki, I want to go back real quick to the graphics topic. Like I think X Force, if I'm correct, you said something like Yakuza 3 is not like the most graphically advanced, but it has like a charm to it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of just like the Yakuza games in general. Until like I guess like up until 5, the games weren't really modern, like up to date with graphics really. And despite that, it kind of has a charm to it. And that charm just kind of can't get replicated in the remake. So that's like a part of the reason I think people just don't like the Kiwami games, because it's like they just don't have the charm of the old games. Like I think it's a part of it.
It's a lot
Why
more
people hate the
expressive as
Kiwami
well,
games.
you know, in the facial animations.
It
Yeah.
looks very unique because it looks like the middle point between the PS2 and PS3 era, to me.
Yeah, because you can definitely tell they use like some elements like of the PS2 Yakuza games into Yakuza 3, while like trying to like transition into like the more modern era at the time.
I definitely think for Yakuza the 3, I agree with X-Force that the facial expressions are very good, and I think it makes a lot of the characters very lovable, like Rikiya. So what are our thoughts on characters such as Rikiya, Mikio, Nakahara, and Saki?
Oh, I fucking love Rika. So, can we swear on here? We can swear. Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't really like.
I fucking love Rikia. He's such a goat.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
No one ever talks about
And,
Mikio.
He's a cool guy. I don't know.
I mean, in a way, you kind of feel like you can definitely tell like to Kiryu, like Rikia is like a child to him, but not really in a bad way. More like very endearing and like, how do I say
Bro.
this?
That man.
Very like endearing way.
More like a little brother, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
and that's
course.
why like he like starts like it's pretty understandable why he gets like really attached to him really quickly, like as a friend and a
Yeah.
Kyoto say.
Bro,
Yeah.
low key, fucking Rikia going full game mode just to get in the hotel.
I like how Kiryu doesn't even say anything
$20 is
because he knows it's
$20.
smart. It's a smart idea.
He kind of does do the funny face looking up thing.
Bro, Kiryu's like so confused in that scene, but at the same time he's like, oh, fuck it, I gotta play along with it.
There's no
yeah, and
way
the
to
fucking,
get around
like-
this.
Love Hotel like honor was like fucking Fujoshiing.
Fujoshi, Futoshi, wasn't it Futoshi?
We
It's
can-
What was that guy's name?
Who?
Oh, you know, in the Love Hotel, the Shimano lookalike.
Oh yeah,
What
You
was his
mean
name?
Panda?
Kanda.
it's Konda. It's Konda.
No, Kanda's in 5, isn't it? Am I wrong? No,
No,
it is.
Konda's
What?
like in 3.
Do you remember what happened to him?
Oh yeah, which brings it to like Konda as a villain. He's nothing more like literally
He's a
his
joke.
entire. He's a true. Probably like how Goku was back in like Yakuza 2. Like, except the difference is that he's more like a crybaby bitch instead of like being an arrogant asshole like how Sengoku was in like Yakuza 2.
Yeah, it's more of the comic relief, I would say.
Right. And the whole scene with Kiryu humping him in the love hotel.
Oh my god.
That's not really the best way to take him out. Was it?
You think RGG was like, let's just add in gay sex into the game? Like,
Yes, Yagamo, we know you
What?
love yaoi, buddy. We know.
shut the fuck up! Okay.
He's itching to get to the Mine and Daigo conversation.
Guys, let's move back on to Rikio.
Wait,
what
wait.
are our thoughts on his tattoo?
Wait. You know what I think?
Snake tattoo.
Wait, you know what?
Alright, so I think it's fucking blank.
Shut the. Shh.
What do we think about his tattoo, starting with X-Force?
Fuck was his tattoo again? It was like a type of dragon, wasn't it?
Like a dragon.
No,
Like a
Pearson.
dragon.
No, it's not really it's not really a dragon. More like,
Well, I'm
from what I've
loving
heard,
this.
the tattoo is like, it's like it symbolizes a creature that's known for slaying dragons.
Well,
Like-
rivals the dragon. I think it's
It
rival
also
to the dragon.
symbolizes his respect for Daigo because the creature is known to show up in lands of lands with a good ruler. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, what? Like, Mine's tattoo, right? The creature on his back is a creature that can rival a dragon, right? It can kill it. Not a guarantee, but it can, right? It's a rival. And then you got Saijima's fucking tiger tattoo, where it's like they're just equals. Like, the tiger and the dragon are equals. And I find that a little funny. Because now thinking about the Mine versus Kiryu fight could have gone either way. Because both of them got fucked up pretty badly. That was basically anybody's game. Mine could have beaten Kiryu in that moment.
Yeah, I think that, like, cutscene, you know, when you finally beat him, like, Kiryu is fucked up. Like, I
Yeah,
think that's
like-
one of the times Kiryu gets that fucked up. Maybe aside from 6 or 2.
Dude, the last time he generally gets that fucked up by for the most part by a singular dude is Ryuji. But like both
Even
of them
still, they
kind
were
of
both
already got
littered with
shot by like a
bullets.
third party, so it's like Mine really just was the boss, bro.
Okay, his boss theme. Let's talk about its title. Fly.
Fly!
Oh, that is a very. Ooh.
What? Why did they call
Honestly,
it
this
When he
might be a
killed
stretch.
that?
This might be a stretch, right? But his song be named Fly, and then Mine ended it all. Fly high.
That is so foul. Jesus
That's a
Christ,
stretch. That's a
respect the
massive
dead.
stretch, but
Respect the dead, for the love
that's
of
a
God.
massive stretch. But holy shit, now thinking about that, that is a massive stretch. But still,
Well, I mean, he is catching air in his death. So
he in fact does fly
yeah.
high. He does fly in his final moments. He does in fact fly in his final
Well,
moments.
I guess that's kind of like the peak of his character of sacrificing himself and realizing his wrongs. I
Yeah,
guess.
no, because
Hmm.
honestly, I think that just kind of shows like the similarities. Because I think in other games, there's been moments where Kiryu's been willing to sacrifice himself. He just was never he just never really had to, right? And that just kind of shows like Mine's like gooder side, because he was when he finally got a little kind of realized a bit, right? He's like he's gonna make the final play, right? Like of the good out of the goodness of his heart. And I think Kiryu would have done the same thing there. So again, it's just another parallel to how similar they are.
Also, just in general, the soundtrack's fucking peak.
Oh yeah, I would argue that Yakuza 3's soundtrack, like of all the Yakuza games, is one of the best. Like, would you agree, X-Force?
Oh yeah, I love
better.
the 3 soundtrack. Do you guys remember that one like fight theme in the streets of Okinawa?
Or what about Long Battle?
I am precious and ain't all fears.
Actually,
Remember that
that
one?
reminds me. I
That
remember
one is
seeing.
so good.
I remember seeing a video about specifically. I think it's 10 minutes. It's specifically about the song "Fly" and why it's so good. and you know, when the editor is editing this to show what I'm talking about, yeah, just show an image of the thumbnail of what I'm talking about. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
watched it
I'd
a
watch
long
it.
time ago. Wait, do you guys have a favorite song from the soundtrack?
In
That's
general,
not
or Yakuza 3?
3.
The Chinese guy's song, Return to Ogre or whatever.
Chinese guy.
Chinese guy. It's Lao Kalong. How do you forget Lao Kalong?
You don't.
Just gonna keep quiet.
Come on, X-Force.
The song's named.
Oh no, I mean like my ass forgot Lao Ka Long as well, so I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
The song's
Honestly,
named Ogre Has Returned. Golden.
True.
Which how would you say like compares to like its Kiwami 1 rendition?
3 is way better. No contest. I
True.
would say.
I'm personally not much of like a music guy. I'll listen to like anything. So low-key, I don't have a favorite. Like I just have never bothered to like look up like the soundtracks and shit. The soundtrack, like I just hear it and I like it.
Okay, on the topic of Kiwami. Kiwami 3. Coming eventually. We know that for sure. Are we
But-
feeling that they're gonna make it better? Are they gonna fuck it up? How's the temperature?
I mean,
Listen.
look at how they did with the previous Kiwami games. Like, at best, like, you know how the Kiwami games are treated among the fan base. It's really kind of divisive. Well, on the other hand, for new fans, they're pretty good. But for, like, more, like, veterans, they definitely see the flaws. And they criticize, like, the Kiwami games for not really
Listen.
being good remakes. Or, hell, even arguing that they're not really good.
Of course now.
Okay. See, I think it'll be a bit of both. So they'll refine it, but it will lose some of its charm, like especially in the facial animations.
What about the OST? Like, how do you think they'll handle like the Yakuza 3 OST for Kiwami? Like, would you say like they'll like
the
remake?
OST, like just kind of either remix the old stuff or just use the old stuff, but maybe perform it again.
Do we
no.
think that give Mine more screen time? He is a very,
Probably.
very
Oh God, I hope so.
Listen,
I hope
I
so.
don't think. Okay,
Same with
my
Rikia.
opinion. My opinion, right? I don't think they're gonna give Mine more screen time. What I think the game is going to do indirectly is make more people appreciate Mine as a character. And that's kind of why I'm like, I think either way, Kiwami 3 is most likely, like, 90% going to bang. Like, and just, like, showing certain people on, like, how good some, the characters are in that story, in that game. And especially the combat, obviously. The combat, either way. I think for the most part, I don't think they can really fuck up the combat for the most part in this.
Because like, I mean, either they're gonna reuse like the Kiwami 2 combat, or maybe they're gonna add in like back like like a Dragon Guidance combat, but with like the multiple other styles like Brawler, Rush, and Beast style, along with
That'd be
I
Dragon
think what
Adventure.
they're going to do is bring the Gaiden version of the Dragon style, right? That's what I think, at least. Because there's no reason
That
for
makes
them to
sense.
go back to Kiwami 2.
Yeah,
Yes.
plus I mean nowadays like RGG shows that they can like add like multiple fighting styles into the Dragon Engine game, so it would be nice if they did bring back like multiple fighting styles, just like how they did in Kiwami 1.
I don't think they're going
Personally-
to. They might or might not. That really depends, because in Kiwami 1, they brought multiple style switching when that wasn't a thing in 1. So it's not entirely impossible. But then in Kiwami 2, they didn't bring that back. They didn't bring style switching, so it's really a 50-50 toss. It could go either way. I
Do you
wouldn't
think
say
they'll-
there's like a wrong way of thinking if they're going to bring back the style switching or not. It's really 50-50, like I said.
Do you think they'll keep wide Kiryu? Like, do you think they'll buff them up a little bit,
Probably
or
not.
just keep like
Probably
fuck?
not.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, there's also
I
one thing to
love
mention.
Shithouse Kiryu.
How they can like remake that one trans sub story where basically Kiryu like confirms that he's a transgender ally.
Oh yeah, that's
probably
like
to
a
him.
really
I think
wholesome
that is-
sub story.
Yeah, because I mean, like surprisingly, like back then, like LGBTQ plus people were pretty much not really taken well
Right.
until like later on into like the 2010s.
Oh my
And
god,
surprisingly,
wait.
like more
Wait.
are you more fucking muted? Are you serious?
Don't worry.
Um,
No, but low key,
Okay, so anyways,
Something-
but I
wait,
mean,
wait,
surprisingly, like
Yagamo.
what?
Basically, right? You just reminded me of the fucking like that one guy who tweeted Kiryu's transphobic and proud, and dude, that dude got fucking demolished, bro.
Oh, because
on the
Shit.
topic of LGBTQ, Mine, gay, yay or nay?
yay.
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 There's no way. There's no way
Yeah,
he's
like
not.
dead ass. He is definitely in love with Daigo.
Heavily implied. So yay.
And through the specific words they use to describe like Mine and Daiga's relationship, through the character chart shit. Yeah, it's very, very affectionate, and
Which
I'm
kinda
just-
like-
yeah.
It's kind
I'm
of like puts it in
personally just-
perspective, like
I'm
But at the
personally just
time-
gonna go with what X-Force said and say it's implied. Like I wouldn't like it's definitely
Yeah,
implied.
heavily implied.
It's
so,
implied.
like,
It's
yeah.
just implied. I'll leave it at that. It's implied.
You know, if it was
even
made,
at the same time, like
if they had more
kind of-
freedom, I think they'd just straight up say it.
Yeah,
Right.
and like kind of in a way, it makes you kind of think like for its time, Yakuza 3 is kind of surprisingly progressive for like LGBTQ plus presentation,
The fucking woke.
ignoring
the
the
woke
fact that
Google
they
Doc.
have that one sub story.
Yeah, that is questionable.
Wait, isn't
Yeah.
that wait in three?
Wait,
Wait, in three, in the same fucking game,
So
isn't there
basically-
kind of like
So
in
basically, like like in Yakuza 3, there's this one chase sub story where Kiryu tries to run away from
Wasn't it like a trans woman? Yeah.
yeah. Is
I
it
do
a trans woman
remember
or a
that.
drag queen?
I think it was a trans woman. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure it was
trans
confirmed to be a
woman.
Yeah,
trans
which
person.
honestly, I don't know what the fuck was RGG thinking. They made a really a good call to remove it in the remaster.
Right.
Oh, so that's why I don't remember it.
I
Because
mean,
like if they actually
I'm-
did like keep it in, like Gen Z is gonna be canceling Yakuza 3.
I'm pretty sure it's stated like it just kind of wouldn't go with today. That's kind of why they just did not bring it back. It just
Yeah,
wouldn't work.
which
Of course.
because I mean, like back then, like keep it in mind, LGBTQ plus people aren't really taken seriously back then.
Yes. But I definitely agree with Yagamo. Yakuza 3 is definitely a very progressive game.
I think the Yakuza series in general is just kind of I guess the Yakuza series in general is just kind of like pretty like kind towards the LGBTQ people in general. And it's also kind of just used as an example of like, let's say Kiryu, for example. Kiryu is not really a judgy person in general, so it's like he doesn't care if you're this or that.
Well, the Yakuza games are definitely left-leaning, I suppose. I mean, it is very, very kind to criminals who are, not very treated well by society.
Not just that, but even like other people in like the very gray zone or gray area of Japanese society.
Yakuza
Like
is
homeless
definitely
people and prostitutes too. Like surprisingly, they like humanize them really well.
Yeah, no, Yakuza is very, like, finding humanity in criminals, honestly. Because let's be honest, probably, like, half or, like, 40% of criminals don't want to be like that, but they ended up like that.
Of course. Yeah. What are any final thoughts you have, X-Force?
On Yakuza 3?
Yeah, of course.
Um. Yeah, no, I'm drawing a blank here. I'm so sorry. I was typing something in chat.
You can say
Crazy.
a joke or something if you want.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mark. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Hey guys, so basically, right now, let's get to the part where we X Force. We ask X Force a couple more questions besides Yakuza 3. X Force, how do you feel about being called autistic for practicing Kiryu's mannerisms?
I wasn't too sure how to feel. Like, yeah, they're probably fucking right. I've never taken a proper test, but I'd say so.
Wait, which walk did you copy of Kiryu's? Like the Dragon Engine one, like 6, right?
It was probably 0.
X Force Loki. As of today, what is the your favorite meme that you've made, if you can remember?
It's not a Yakuza related one, but I do love the Toph Beifong, like Fortnite, meme I made.
Bro, speaking of Fortnite, we could have it took us a second to start recording X Force because Mora was playing fucking Fortnite.
Everyone was doing something. Leave me alone.
Oh, I was doing shit too. You can't.
Mora,
you
are
can't
you
diss on
certain?
Mora.
Peak night.
Mora, are you certain that you weren't lacing up on the Subway cookie too, bro? Are you certain?
What's the problem with that, Flanks? What's the problem with it?
Why do we characterize Mora as doing fent? He's Colombian. Shouldn't we characterize him as doing cocaine?
I don't know. We
Okay, we
we
should
call
move
Yagamo a
on.
redditor. I don't know, bro.
Like,
really
I
goes
swear
both
to
ways.
God, call me a redditor. I'm throwing a bicycle at your ass.
Hey, X Force. Speaking of Subway and food, random question. What's your favorite food?
Oh god, I've not been at Subway in years. Hold on. I used to get something basic when I was a kid, so it was like just ham and cheese, some basic shit. But my favorite thing at Subway is the cookies. I only go to Subway for cookies.
Oh my fucking god! You might be
Serious.
Mora's best friend now. You might be Mora's best friend.
You love cookies too, Mora?
I told him I was eating a Subway cookie once. They haven't stopped annoying me about it. But yes, I do like them.
They're pretty good.
They're awesome.
No,
It was like
okay.
a $6 or $5 deal at one point.
Yeah, okay, so this is gonna be like a fact for you, X Force, and the viewers. The origin of the laced Subway cookie is basically one time. I think this was when we were recording, about to record the first episode of the podcast. But basically, me and Yagamo and Mora were in VC, and Mora started acting weird, right? And I think I asked Mora, "What are you eating?" And he said a Subway cookie. And Mora just kept acting very fucking weird that entire VC. So we just assumed it was laced as a joke.
That was pretty dumb, not gonna lie.
Is that why they're so tasty?
And,
Yes, they're all laced.
He personally laces them himself.
yeah, who laces them?
The laser.
Mora.
Subway.
Lacer?
Subway does.
No, it's Mora. He's doing that shit.
No, that's not true.
Mora's like Santa Claus. He can be everywhere. Lacing cookies.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
of course.
Bro, okay. I got a good one, actually. X-Force, how is it like to be in Japan?
It is a bit surreal. I haven't been here in a few years. This is probably my 4th trip
A
here.
few years? Okay, so
Um,
you've been here before. Like, before you
Yeah,
moved
yeah,
in.
when I was
permanently.
younger. Yeah. So now that I've moved here, permanently, and that I've played Yakuza, it's a bit surreal. I've been to Dotonbori, and I could work my way around there pretty well.
Has the Yakuza games helped you at all
probably-
to figure out direction?
Yes. Yeah. So Dotonbori and Sotonbori maps are kind of just flipped, I guess. So I know all the landmarks. There's the ramen place, the crab, the fucking crab place.
Hey guys, for anyone who
And
wants
the
to tour
other
Japan,
place I went to.
X-Force, would you recommend for anyone who wants to tour Japan to play the Yakuza games first?
Yeah. It beats a guidebook.
Nah, that is mad funny though. The fact I get the Yakuza games have like their cities are based off real cities in Japan, but the fact that they work as fucking like directions for actual Japan is funny.
Yeah. The other place I went to was Onamichi, because that's like a couple hours away from me. And yeah, that was pretty surreal. The whole dock is the exact same. I'll send some pictures after, so if you don't know if you want to like post them up. But yeah, there's that gate towards the mall that's there. You can take the gondola up, the whole temple. That was pretty cool. Killer
I'm
view.
not gonna lie,
I
I
recommend it.
expected Yagamo to interrupt when you said the mole.
The mole? This reminds me of a certain villain.
Oh my god,
Maybe it's fun for mentioning it.
bro!
Anyways, so
Wait,
like
X-Force.
now X-Force. Now I'm gonna ask you this: Did you see Did you see? All right, spoiler for the plot twist for Yakuza 6. Did you see the secret of Onomichi?
I can't
Was
tell you
it
that.
there?
Was it there at least?
You can't say that.
I can't say.
What do you mean you can't say? What?
It's a secret.
Secret idiot.
What do you mean? I mean, it can still be a secret, but you can say, but you don't have to reveal too many details.
Bro,
You can at
it's
least
like-
say that
it's like
it's
there's like-
there.
There's a short old guy outside. Hold on. Oh, he's coming towards me.
Oh no, you're cooked. You're cooked.
Yagamo, this is your fault, fuckhead.
Hey, it's
Oh
Force.
fuck you.
It's
Bro.
Force.
Yeah, what's up, Mora?
Have you ever considered going to Kabukicho?
Yeah, I want to go there.
Wait,
Maybe next year.
Also, did you also went to Dotonbori?
Yeah, I went to Dotonbori.
So then, like, does that mean you saw Club Sunshine? Or well, wait, what?
Shine.
Foreshine.
Did you?
Fuck, I forgot. Oh, so I think. Oh, wait, did you saw the Grand there? Did you saw the Grand?
Is that real thing?
I shut that, I'm afraid.
Oh, wait, what?
Was the Grand a real thing? Like, actually?
Yeah, is it real? I did not see it there.
I mean, is there at least a cabaret club that is in place of what is supposed to be the Grand?
I do not recall. I don't think so. But if we find out there is, then you can call me
And
stupid on that.
you did saw like the crab.
Yeah, so the crab is there, and the ramen shop with the dragon is there.
All right.
Oh, of course, there's that running man. That's
What
there
about the
for us.
same Mahjong club building? The Mahjong this Mahjong parlor.
I do not touch mahjong. I'm sorry.
Alright, at least we're on the
That's
same
just
page.
torture.
I hate Mahjong too. I hate Mahjong too. I hate Mahjong.
Fuck it.
Hey.
Never
X-Force.
touch
Calm
it.
down, Yagamo.
Yeah, what's up,
Yagamo,
Flex?
calm down.
Hey, damn.
Yagamo,
I
you're
have a
scaring the
question.
dogs. You're scaring the
I have a
cats.
question. I have an inquiry. Yagamo,
Yeah, what's
I
up?
love this question very, very much. As evident as
I spit it out. Spit it out.
Mine top or bottom.
He's definitely a bottom. He's definitely a bottom.
What? What are we talking? What? Yagamo, what is this yaoi you're speaking of?
I couldn't resist him.
What's the question directed at me?
Okay, let's get back to pace. X-Force.
alright.
Wait, shh. Yagamo, shh. Okay. X-Force.
Yeah, what's up?
I've had this on my mind for a minute now. What is your favorite Yakuza game and why?
Well, it's 3, and, everything I've listed before, it's just really comforting playing it.
So you would argue that Yakuza 3 is definitely better than Yakuza 0.
No. It's
Yagamo,
not.
I think there's a difference between having a favorite and saying it's better. I think there's a difference.
Alright, fair enough, yeah. I guess I could see that.
Yagamo truly is learning
But I
today.
think the top three. The top
Thanks.
3 is 3, 0, and maybe 6. I enjoyed 6.
Of course, you enjoyed 6. I mean, it is
I mean,
3 the
6
sequel.
Look, I mean, 6, it's not really a bad game. It's still pretty decent, even despite the hate it does get.
Bro,
Oh my
Technically,
God,
I mean, what do you kind of think about it?
Destiny. Oh my God, the theme was amazing.
Okay, now that I think about it, there's a lot of parallels between Yakuza 6 and Yakuza 3. You got the
Almost like-
Rikia type character with Nagamo.
Oh yeah, I made a meme with that.
wait.
Anybody?
Any final thoughts or anything to wrap up this
Wait,
episode?
Vivian.
X-Force?
Wait, Vivian, did you have a question for him?
Yes, I asked the question. He didn't fucking answer it.
Oh, I thought you were.
I mean, you
I thought you were
could, like,
asking
repeat
Yagamo a
it.
question.
No,
Because you were like, oh,
I was
Yagamo would
not
love this.
asking
Oh,
Yagamo.
okay,
The
my bad.
question was
I'm fucking
you.
sorry. Okay,
I'm sorry,
thought
Vivian.
it
What
was-
was the
I thought-
question?
Alright.
As punishment, you have to ask the question, Yagamo.
Alright. Fine, I'll do it. X-Force, do you think Mine is a top or a bottom? Is he dom or a
I
sub?
think he's a switch.
That is
How
so
so?
valid. That is so valid.
How so would you say, like, what makes you think that he's a switch?
Well, I don't know, he just kind of comes off that way, like he's not super submissive, or I wouldn't put him in the dominant role.
It's because
but,
X-Force
you know,
would get
with
dominated by
Daigo,
Mine.
I'd say he's
X-Force would
quicker.
get dominated by Mine. Headcanon. I'm kidding.
Flanks?
Uh-oh.
Alright, I know I left the Fujoshi around, but you two need to calm down, Flanks.
Alright, bro. So when you yaoi, it's normal. But when I yaoi, society.
Society.
We
I tell a couple of funny stories to close it off.
But
yes, please give your closing off statement, X-Force.
yeah. What are your closing
Okay.
thoughts, X-Force? And did you enjoy your time here?
Yeah, it was definitely a time here. Okay. So I have a couple stories. It was gonna be one story, but then I chased up a bear the other night, so there's that.
Oh yes, that happened.
Yeah, that happened. It's
He's
pretty crazy.
literally Seijima.
Lolo Shua reference.
True.
Anyway,
X.
my story for you guys is my story at Comic-Con. You know, you guys mentioned the autism before. So I met a bunch of Yakuza cosplayers there, and we found out that we were in the same area. So they invited me to a costume party the following week. And so I decided to go. I showed up at their door, and then just went into full Kiryu mode. Like, just mannerisms and everything, because, you know, it's
God.
a house full of strangers. And as the night progressed, you know, we're drinking, you know, watching YouTube, playing games, fumbled a Poison Ivy cosplayer, because, yeah, I'm not going to go into that.
He is
But,
actually literally Kiryu.
Going into the night, it was like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I'm sitting on the couch with Shinada, and we're watching
Shinada?
drama clips.
Hinata.
Yeah, there was a Shinada cosplayer.
Hinata himself. He was there.
Yeah, he was there. So I'm sitting on the couch as Kiryu with Shinada, watching Germa clips at 2 a.m. And the Poison Ivy cosplayer and another girl were making out in the corner, so like there's a very funny visual picture of you
Okay,
guys.
that is.
You just had to randomly mention the main. Why did
Why
you
did you
remember
have to-
that?
What? All right. What makes you think
How
that
would you
detail
not
was?
remember?
Why do you worry?
Wait, X-Force, you told me this story
did you
once.
mention-
You never told me about the
Yeah, I
making
did.
out. What the fuck?
Yeah, I did.
Why did you think that part was very necessary.
Because
Core
it
memory,
adds to
chat.
the.
Core memory.
Well, look, if you're sitting there on the couch as two Yakuza characters watching drama clips with girls making out in the corner of the room, would you not remember that?
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
argument.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I cannot argue with that.
Continue your
So
story.
every now and then, German would make a weird noise like, and then the girls would look over like, "What the fuck are you watching?"
True.
They couldn't handle peak.
Shinada would definitely be a Germa fan for sure, bro.
Yeah, that is if he could afford any electronics.
Dude, that is honestly so funny because, dude, as a completionist, trying to complete 5 right now, dude, the amount of like disrespect Kiryu gives Shinada is fucking absurd, bro.
Bruh.
So it's nice to know the Kiryu and Shinada cosplayer are getting along. The Kiryu and Shinada. But yeah. Go on with your story.
Alright, yeah.
One more thing in that night. We did Dance Dance Revolution
Oh god.
with well, no, it was Just Dance. Sorry, it was Just Dance. So Just Dance, me as Kiryu, another Kiryu, and Ryuji, and we danced to Toxic by Britney Spears, and I hit that shit. I won.
Bro really slayed.
I was doing all the movements.
So you slayed.
Canonical Kiryu chat.
Yeah.
Yagamo, shut up.
What the fuck
Jesus
did Yagamo
Christ,
do?
I'm always the fucking...
The one time I
Can't
understand
shit.
Yagamo's pain. But yeah,
So
thank you
that's
for.
my random story.
Ow.
Anyways.
Thank you. Thank you, X-Force, for joining us today.
Okay, that's...
Thanks for having me.
Alright, so that's your closing remark?
Sure.
Yagamo, I
Alright.
think that's very obvious. You made that so awkward for no reason, Yagamo. You are not fun at parties, Yagamo. You suck, Yagamo! Okay.
Are we
Hey.
gonna cut out about us arguing after X-Force? Are we gonna cut this out of the
Nope, we're not cutting this out. And guess what? Anyways.
Why are you fucking comparing?
Okay, X-Force, thank you for coming on today.
Okay.
X-Force, thank you for coming on today. And thank you guys for watching. Yagamo might be stupid. Mora might be laced. Vivian is special. X-Force is Australian. And I am your host today. Thank you for
Point
watching
was
the
four.
episode. See ya.